Hey everyone, this is Dr. Crockett with Utah Spinal Works coming at you from Highland, Utah. This month we've been talking about going back to school, staying out of pain, and really getting that going back to school efficiently. This week we're going to talk about sleep habits for going back to school. First off, I want to talk about how much sleep you should be getting. It's different per age. Under 6, you want about 10 to 13 hours of sleep. 6 to 12, you're looking at about 9 to 12 hours. And then 13 and older, you want about 8 to 10 hours. So really that 10-hour mark is a good mark for across all categories. It's kind of the lower end for younger people, higher end for older kids, but really 10 hours is kind of what I benchmark all my sleep at. So coming back from summer, I know a lot of kids, they've been staying up late, sleeping in. We want to transition to that school schedule. We want to do it slowly. So you want to start going to bed about 15 minutes earlier per day, probably about a month before school starts. So if you need to get up at 6:30 to get to school on time, you should be in bed by between 8:30 and 10:30. And if you've been going to bed at midnight, just slowly work your way to that goal bedtime. Some things to do during the day that can help with your sleep is regular exercise. Plenty of studies show that kids that get regular exercise actually sleep better. So 20 to 30 minutes per day. Younger kids, that exercise can be just playing and running around. Older kids can be more structured, going to the gym, sports, workouts like that. You want to avoid a lot of extracurricular activities. So if your kid is going to school and then going to sports for a couple hours, then piano lessons for an hour, and then they have other activities that they do, they're just not getting enough rest period in between, and they're going to be overstimulated. So really avoid too many extracurricular activities. About one a day is good. Avoid caffeine, so soft drinks, energy drinks, obviously, coffee, tea, all of that is going to prevent your kid from having a good night's sleep. Other things you can do, keep your rooms dark, so some blackout shades are a huge help. Keep the rooms cool, so if it's too hot, your kid's not going to sleep very well. And use the bed only for sleeping. So if your kid's doing homework on the bed, they're going to have a harder time going to bed. So you also want to avoid screens about an hour before bedtime. So phones, computers, TVs, gaming systems, tablets, pretty much all screens, you want to shut them off an hour before. You can do activities like reading, puzzles, playing a board game, pretty much anything except for screens, right? Just having a conversation with your family is always productive as well. So that being said, if you're going to bed at 8:30, you want to turn off all those screens by 7:30 p.m. That's been proven to give you the best amount of sleep and the best quality of sleep. If you feel like you're not sleeping well, or if you're waking up with pain, and this goes for not only kids but everyone, it could be the mattress. If you have an old mattress, it could be some underlying condition that we haven't discovered yet. So if you need some help with your sleep, give us a call, 801-770-4333. You can look us up online as well at utahspinalworks.com.